Hello everyone. So I just finished building my habit tracker app using NodeJS EJS and MongoDB as the database. So this is the landing page where I can either register or I can be a returning user. This is mainly to keep track of all the activities and linking them to a user. So right now I have my registered user, so I can log in using that email ID. So here are all the activities which I have added, like running, sleeping, and there are views for daily and weekly views. Then I can add a new habit like Java, and once I add it, it is added here. I can add it to my favorite. I can then go on to delete it. So there is a key like green for done, not done, and unmarked, and I can switch views between them. Like it works basically as a toggle from not done to unmarked. Then I can move it to done, and then there is this daily view for the activities. From here also I can mark them as favorites or change their statuses from here. Then finally I can when I log out, it redirects to the login page. So the database, I've used the MongoDB cluster M0 cluster, which is a free cluster that is based on AWS cloud services. So this is my database habit tracker, and these are the collections, habits and users. So in users I have mainly kept record of all the registered users, while in habits I have linked the habits with the email ID as the key, and I have kept track of the dates and their status of completion, complete, no, yes, or no, not marked. Similarly, and I have kept favorite, and this is basically of the JSON structure. Now onto the code. This is my app.js, where I have imported the modules, configured the DB. So the DB key I have kept in a different folder, config folder, and in app.js I have imported it, and I have used the URI. So then I have connected to a Mongo and returned a successful message. Then I have configured EJS, body parser, expression, basic, and connect flash and global variables are mainly for the flash messages. Then I have used routing. So these routes are defined in a different folder, routes, and in the routes there is this index.js, which has the main routing of the welcome page and the dashboard pages. So in the dashboard there is a get function, there is a utility function, there is a function, there is a API call which handles the switching between daily and weekly, and for adding habit there is a post operation. Again, for adding or removing habits I have used a get function, get operation. And so similarly for updating status of habit completion from done to not done to unmarked, and then finally there is a deleting habit. And then in the users I have handled all the login, register, and checking for different errors, validation, and handling the login and logout. So this is how my route structure is there. And then there is my model, where first is this user, where I defined the user schema with name, email, date, and all the schema and the required fields. Then in the habit I have defined the habit schema, where this dates is a array for keeping track of weekly dates. So this is the structure. And onto the assets folder, this is my static files mainly, where I have kept my CSS files and my icons. And for the static files I further had to define it here in EJS to use the assets folder for express.static. So this is how my code structure works. And this is my package.json, which has all the dev dependencies and dependencies labeled. These are the very few different dependencies which I have used, mainly Express and Mongoose plugin for connecting to MongoDB, and EJS